Prey drops Friday on Hulu. Check it out.
Get to the chopper. There have been a lot of versions of Predator. This one is a prequel. It is called Prey. Alonso, tell us about it.
It knows how to hunt. I know how to survive.
Yes, you didn't think you wanted another Predator movie necessarily after some of the entries in this cycle, but you want this one.
You want this one.
Yeah, it's from director Dan Trachtenberg, who did 10 Cloverfield Lane. And this one is set in the 18th century in the Northern Plains. Our hero is a Comanche woman named Naru, played by Amber Midthunder. She is a very skilled herbalist and medicine person, but at the same time, she also hunts and wants to hunt and wants to go through the rite of passage whereby you have to hunt something that is hunting you. And she gets that opportunity when a predator shows up. And so in the past, we've seen these movies that were either set in the present or even in the future, and there's a lot of high tech and it's very kind of sci-fi. And so here you have, a predator showing up where high tech is a flintlock, but you have very skillful hunters and trackers who are fighting back against him. She also has to deal with the French trappers who have been skinning all the buffalo, who wind up being more hindrance than help. This is so thrilling and so riveting. And the idea that you have a Predator movie where you're just as likely to be killed by a bear than by the Predator, really ups the stakes. And this lead character is so skilled, but at the same time, a fallible human being. And so it is a genuinely difficult, on paper, mismatched kind of power struggle. But she and the other people that in her hunting party, including her brother Taabe, played by Dakota Beavers, understand what the Predator is about, and or at least some idea of what the Predator is about, and how they can stop him. I was astonished. I sat through that crappy Predators. Was that what it was called? Not the one with the one from a couple of years ago.
There are so many, I can't even keep track of them. There's 13 of them.
I didn't see either of the Alien ones, and not the Robert Rodriguez one, but the one from a couple of years ago that had Olivia Munn in it. That was terrible, but this is great. And I think it really sort of shows you how you can take any franchise or any genre or any, sort of thing that you think, enough, put a fork in that, and imbue it with something really exciting and cool if you are creative enough and have a cool idea and execute it as well as this movie does.
I really wish I'd seen this on a big screen.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
Because just the giant establishing shots of the vistas of the plains are beautiful, and just all the stuff in the woods is so immersive. And yet Predator looks pretty badass. The effects are really, really good. And they use that camouflaging kind of reflective kind of see-through stuff with him in just chilling, suspenseful ways, that what's coming, or you see what he is doing to a snake. There's this awesome sequence where there's a little bitty spider, and then a little muskrat eats the spider, and then the snake eats the muskrat, and then Predator comes, and it's
the wolf and the rabbit scene too.
Yeah, you see all inside of him. You see him skinning a snake inside of himself, and I was like, dude, so many times I was watching it and just screaming oh, and my husband's like, what are you watching? I'm like, it's the Predator prequel. It's so good. Amber Midthunder is great. She's been in a few other things before this. She was in the Liam Neeson Ice Road Truckers movie.
And the Roswell, New Mexico reboot show.
Yeah, no, she's really good because she has to exude this quiet confidence and strength, but also be vulnerable and be scared and learn on the job and figure things out. And she does. And watching her figure stuff out, as you say, in the most analog of ways is really, really cool. And she's so appealing, and just a cool character and a great, lovely performance from her. There was just gnarly shit Predator versus bear.
Patrick Aison is the writer here. I want to say he's got
Yeah.
TV credits as his first feature, but like such a really smart reimagining of how to do one of these stories. And apparently, I don't know if it's going to be immediately available on Hulu or if it's down the pike, but there is going to be a version that is entirely in Comanche. Because there is a lot of Comanche in this, but they default to English for stuff that we need to know.
Right.
When the French guy is talking to her and they're speaking English, are we meant to understand that he is speaking to her in Comanche?
Well, he says to her that
I
he
speak
knows
a
a
lot
lot
of
of languages.
But she only knows Comanche. So if she's understanding him, that's
Right.
assuming how he's speaking to her. So
I guess it's just implied. Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm just saying, but in the other version, I'm assuming then if that's the case, they will speak Comanche to each other. So with English subtitles, this is such a surprise and such a treat. And I do hope that even though it's, 20th century knocking all their stuff to Hulu now, it would be nice to see this on the big screen because it is, who is the cinematographer on this?
Yeah, look it up because it felt to me quite frequently like a badass sci-fi version of the New World.
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
No, that's fair. It was shot by Jeff Cutter, who also did 10 Cloverfield Lane and Orphan, and speaking of Liam Neeson, Nonstop. So
yeah, no, this is fun. Like, yeah, if you think you don't need another Predator movie in your life, you need this one.
You need this one.
There's great catharsis in it. Like, it's gripping in the most like fundamental man versus nature kind of ways, and man versus predator. I mean, so it's a really great, it's a good like late summer thrilling kind of escape movie.
Yeah.
So
I like the fact that the lead character is not like completely, you're a girl, you can't do this. Like, the people respect what it is that she can do, but they also think that what she can do has limits, which by the end of the film we will find out, they have underestimated her.
Some of them do think, you're a girl, you can't do this, but she shows them.
Yes, they're the ones who die first.
She'll show them. So I am saying 8.5. I had so much fun.
I also said 8.5. So yeah, Prey drops Friday on Hulu. Check it out.
Get to the chopper.